Comfortable. And it's live!
Mandem.
Shake your mandems. I tell you what got me the other week doing the other day on the Shaka. Yes, there's a Shaka done it. And then it just got into my head. Shaka Khan.
I've seen, do you know Dwight McNeil?
I don't.
Week, guys, well good.
Oh, right, yeah.
Under 21. I've seen him doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
On the Shaka Khan?
Like recently. He's in a FIFA tournament online at the minute. I think he's in semi-finals. Playing like other Premiership teams.
Right, yeah, I get you. I think that Jota from Wolves has just won that one.
Yeah.
That's how they
McNeil.
That's how they should finish the Prem. Yeah, just have them all sat down.
Get your best FIFA bod. Ashley Barnes start kissing people and that.
Yeah. But imagine being like proper pumpage. Like, no, you're just a squad player. But because you've been a squad player for ages, you're proper well good at playing FIFA.
Yeah.
Right, bring him in like the ringer.
He is good. It's fast.
Anyway, we've had our magical intro. You're Danny. I'm Dale.
Hiya, Dale.
Yeah, hiya, Danny. You're right.
Nice to meet you.
Very good.
Virtual hug.
Yeah, keep your distance. Keep washing your hands, you filthy animal. Ah. Hey, do you remember that staff dudgeon dude who used to check your nails? Anyway, we're segueing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yeah, he were horrible.
We're all horrible.
He used to bollock you for shaking.
Yeah.
Because it was freezing. I stood there, PT top shorts, knees and elbows and that going blue. Shit like that. Stop fucking moving.
And then teabag shorts as well. Oh, it's like a teabag. Scary
man.
Yeah. So, who are you, Danny?
Well, Danny Fort. I reside in Burnley, in Lancashire. It's about 12 miles away from our rivals, Blackburn. Originally, it's an old mill town. It had a lot of cotton mill industry. That was a main livelihood really around here. So that's why there's loads of terraced houses, factories everywhere. But once the cotton stopped, lack of investment and all that, it just turned into what we see now: high unemployment, really drastically underfunded and forgotten about really. So it's to make it here is it's quite an achievement, I'd say. Given the options you've got, it's
like a real middle ground, isn't it? It's no big city.
Yeah, it's on its own away because Preston's miles away. Manchester's it's 45 minutes, but yeah, it's just on its own in the middle of nowhere, right next to Yorkshire. That's why, hence the name Dingles. Come on.
So where'd you go to school and that? Your high school? What was the name of your high school?
I went to Mansfield High School in Nelson. It's been knocked down now. And merged with another one. As a people, typical squaddy really, I'd say. Although I didn't know at that time what my behaviour was like. I prefer to disrupt and be a clown really than because they didn't facilitate my kind of learning in them days. You were just naughty or thick, and the majority of your time outside the class.
But like an hands-on kind of learning.
Yeah, I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I'm a doer. I like doing with my hands and learning like that. So staring at a blackboard all day, writing. It could have been a foreign language for all I cared. Some language. Well, I'll say that paint a pretty bad picture, really. French, I loved that. I was good at it. The teacher were ace. It all depended on the teacher, I think, the way my behaviour reflected. So your strict ones like English, I was good at it. Didn't apply myself because of the teacher. Goat, maths. Again, I've always struggled with maths, and I still do.
Yeah.
Not a fan of it. But PE, love that.
Well, it's
Loved
doing,
it.
innit? Getting out, running about.
Outside, run around. Like I was in cross country team, represented school, stuff like that. But academically, no, didn't flick me switch.
Did you go to school on your own, or were your kid?
He was 5 years older than me. He went to Edge End, which is the rival school up road. So we used to partake in extracurricular activities, shall we say, and go and have a few fisticuffs.
Yeah.
All in good nature, of course. Nobody died. Just what boys did.
Well, then it's there, and then have an hug afterwards, innit?
Yeah.
You're done then. But because again, through this as well, I want to learn, because obviously we've known each other, I think, cracking on 20 years now.
Yeah.
But there's always times, I don't think we've ever sat down and asked about each other's inner background.
No.
So
you don't
like,
get a chance, do you?
nah, you don't. So just about your mum and dad. You grew up with your mum and dad both together.
Yeah.
So who was the spouse?
We all lived in the same house. Mum, dad, me and my brother. Quite a destructive relationship they had. Police getting calls, stuff like that, were quite traumatic for as a child to see. That's right. I think, but it made me and my brother very close.
Yeah.
Because we could hear it. Sometimes we witnessed it, sometimes we didn't, but it weren't all bad. We had clothes, we were fed. It was just a bit too strict, I think, old-fashioned parenting styles. Because my parents were 36 when they had me. My brother's 5 years older, so by their standards, they were quite traditional, old-fashioned rules, I'd say.
That's a reflection of, like you said, the area that it was as well. Like, it's a tough area.
It is. Working class,
Yeah.
You don't do as you're told. You got a crack.
Yeah.
It can work, but now I think if you treat your child like we got treated, you get them taken off you, and you probably find yourself in a very small cell.
Yeah. Basket weaving.
I don't regret it. I wish some of it didn't happen, but yeah, it weren't all bad. We had some good times as well. Went on holidays and stuff. Yeah.
So when did you kind of know in your school life and kicking about with your kid what we're trying to get to, start going into your career options?
Right. Well,
what did you think you were going to do? Did you not know?
I've never ever known what I wanted to do in my life, job wise. I left school with nothing, and it was easy to get jobs back then. So your factory jobs. I worked down on an industrial estate on an opal fruit machine. Nicking
on a what?
Remember what they call
opal fruits?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Starburst.
Starburst, yeah, for the Starburst.
That's how old I am.
Gives a follow.
Just doing manual labour jobs, grafting. Then I met my nephew, Wes. He was serving in Queens, Lancashire's.
Right.
I was just kicking around, not doing much, getting into dramas, getting taken on by police. We're on first name terms. And they gave me a sharp reality check and said, next time we do this, you're going to find yourself locked up for good. So that was a bit of a boot up the arse. I went to college for about a year or so, just bumming around. I were in a band, just blagging stuff to do, really.
What was your band called?
Oh, I'll get back to you on that.
All right, yeah.
Tell them we're good because I can't remember the bloody name.
What did you do? Tambourine or what?
Oh, a guitar dude.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Very. I weren't Jimi Hendrix or all, but I could hold a tune together, and we did a few gigs.
What was the sound like? What was your influence?
But at the time, Oasis were really big.
Yeah.
Um, so they heavily influenced my. Well, that's why I picked up a guitar, really, because they were easy to learn songs.
Right.
The lyrics were easy to. It just resonated. All the words, they were easy. The tunes were ace. I thought, and Liam Gallagher's one cool bastard. I want to be like him. He's ace. He's a man. He still is. So yeah, we're just bumming around, dossing, going nowhere. I seen our Wes, and he said, "Just come down careers office, have a quick chat." And that was the first stage, really. And then went back for my second one. You do that, your barb test and all that. They said,
Yeah.
Well, plus my grades from school, you've got limited options, haven't you? They said, paras or infantry. Because Wes were in infantry, Queen's Lancashire, that were my, all I said was, can I play football? And they were like, oh, yeah, yeah. You know what they like in careers office.
Well, that's one just for them that don't know. Barb test. It's when you go into a careers office and they ask you like, "What's your name? How many?" Yeah.
Which way does it? Will that cog go? I was like, what the fuck's that?
But then they start asking you like, I know loads of people. Hopefully, they'll comment on some of the best questions. But it'd be like, how many fingers and toes do you have?
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, I can count my own fingers and toes. They're like, yes, you'll do. And it's like, I think everyone's favourite is John and Jill have a race. John wins. Who's the fastest? And you're like,
what's the names again?
Yeah. So yeah. So obviously you did fantastic on that test.
Yeah. They were like, this guy, yeah. But back it was 97 that I signed up, November 97. I were in 2 weeks later up at Glencourse.
Yeah, same as it. Penny Kewick.
Yeah. Oh, it was freezing.
Freezing.
Freezing. Well, yeah, I was well out of me. Because my parents had split up when I was 12, so my mum were always obviously fed up with my antics and the headaches. And I remember always saying, why don't you do something with yourself? Why don't you go and do something productive with your life? And I was like, and I came home from careers office and said, I've joined army. Burst into tears. Whoa. What have you done that for? And she said, what are you going to do? And I said, an infantry soldier. She went, cannon fodder? I was like, what's that?
Wow, my dad said that to me as well, you know. I got same, yeah.
But once I grew to achieve everything I had done, she was proud as punch then.
Yeah.
When I first went in, she weren't a fan at all. A lot of parents aren't, but I was expecting a bit more of a positive reaction than that, really, if I'm honest.
I'm being sensible. Yeah, we think we're being sensible.
Yeah. Well, I've got a coin in my pant, in my back burner. I'm keeping out of trouble. I just got into trouble in army instead.
Oh, love of football. I don't want to rush into the old career bit yet because we can spend half an hour on there. There you go. Who are them guys? Let's have a couple of minutes on them.
They've got a long history, successful in a lot of ways.
Who are they? Roma.
They are the top dogs in Lancashire. The only team in Lancashire in Premier League as well, and they've earned it.
Who are they though? Tell the masses. There's people in Wales never heard of them.
They were formed in 1882.
Who?
And the colours, claret and blue.
You've not said the name of the team yet.
Burnley. Burnley Football Club.
Happy day. Give them a plug.
They've always punched way above the weight. Big rivalry with them down the road. I won't say the names because they're not worthy. Six fingers. Yeah. I followed them since I were small, 3, 4, because I copied off my brother a lot. He introduced me to a lot of the things I like in life, football being one of them. I remember going my first game, first home game, early 90s. We had Blackpool at home, and what was alongside then, it's one of the main stands in Burnley on Turf Moor. There was just like a rickety wire mesh fence separating home and away fans.
Right.
Back then, there were barbed wire going over the top. I just remember looking over thinking, wow, because all the Suicide Squad, they used to go right near the away end, or away fans, and give each other a bit of stick. And I remember darts coming over, bottles, bricks. Oh, it was volatile. And I just thought,
what's that film called?
Because it felt naughty. I thought, this is brilliant. I love it. I was up then. Went on as many games. You used to be able to sneak on. Then I started going on away games when I was a bit older. Because my brother used to say, too young yet. You're not old enough.
Oh, can you remember how old you were when you went your first away game? Aroundish.
14, 15.
Really? I thought you were going to say like 18, 19, something like that.
Oh, it was. He said, well, that's all there is in Burnley, because it's not a rugby town like Wigan or St Helens or all like that. It's just football and that's it.
I've never heard of them two towns. Never heard of them. Don't know where they are. But sorry, yeah, go on. There's not much. It's a football. That's
all there is. That's your escape from reality once a week on a Saturday afternoon. And you grow mates. It's all similar interests. You wear the same clothes. I found an identity, I'd say.
Brilliant. That's what I was trying to draw out you then. Brilliant.
Football in itself is. I love watching the game and I love everything that comes with it, the social aspects, and it's very, very good, I'd say.
Well, that's in that timeline as well, in around 97, 95, 96, because we just had Euro 96, haven't we?
Oh, Gaza, yeah.
Yeah, and I think at the time, I don't want to trip over my words, but I didn't think we had such a greater time since then when music and football were as connected.
Yeah, the 90s were.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Like you had your Kasabians, you had your Oasis, your Razorlights.
It went global as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
There were big shift in politics. It was just a special time to be alive with 90s.
And I think that, like you said, that identity, how you dressed, how you walked, how you talked.
Yeah.
And it's that team feeling, isn't it? Like you're part of something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm still mates with most of the people I met way back then. Still see each other on match days. It's a community.
Yeah.
It's had a lot of bad press as football for all the wrong reasons, like racism and hooliganism. And I think there's elements of badness in everything, but the media just highlight it and make it look worse than it is, I think.
Well, negative stories sell, don't they?
Mm.
Like we say, I think we were talking earlier, weren't we, about paramedics and that. They never get good news.
No.
You know, the papers are never picking up the phone going, oh, such a body had a really good time today and did really well.
Yeah.
No, it's always coming out of rehab or look at him having a really bad time. Let's make that person feel worse.
Yeah, stick the boot in. People always like to stick boot in.
But, yeah, and not to take away, we don't want to be upsetting anybody. There are still the isms, like you said, within football. There's a lot of people working hard to get rid of it, and hopefully we can through this.
Yeah.
Highlight. Yeah.
I've never witnessed it personally. People like giving players abuse or fans within fans. I've never been around it, especially on turf, but I know there are plenty of people that do go on, honest, decent, hard-working folk that won't tolerate it. They get told to wind their neck in.
Yeah.
If they were doing stuff like that. But
it's a tough one, isn't it? Society, it's hard, isn't it?
You always get idiots.
Yeah.
wherever you go. Even through this pandemic, there's still idiots going out having parties and like nothing's happening. What can you do?
You can't. Not everybody will toe the line, so to speak, and there'll be such. It's always that kind of, I think, rebelism in it. If you're
Yeah.
told to stay at home, if you're told to stay at home, they'll go out.
It's
If
like
you're
getting gated, isn't it?
yeah. But if you're told go out, right, everyone go out and run around and do fizz. Now I'm going to stay at home, sit on my couch.
Yeah.
So
Get
it's.
dominoes and watch shit flicks all day.
I've completed
Humans,
it.
they're a crazy species, humans.
We are in
Can't
that.
fix them.
Yeah, but they don't share the craziness half of what they should be doing.
No.
But right, so what we've done, we're in Burnley. Hopefully you're relaxed in now.
Yeah, tuned in.
Yeah, you've got your style, you got your identity. You know you, or you think you know who you are, and then all of a sudden you're in fucking freezing cold Glasgow and going through training. What were your thoughts on army training? Like culture shock or what?
Yeah, well, I got as much insight as I could off Wes. He just said, "Oh, you'll be right," and I thought, well, if he's done it, I must be able to do it.
Yeah,
I needed the discipline. So, and plus, I've always been a neat and tidy freak anyway, and they just heightened that. So when you used to have to brass over the bottom of your mess tins and polish underneath the sole of your boots and stuff,
yeah,
scrub everything were immaculate. I already knew how to iron before I went in for my mum. So I made some absolutely amazing mates, people from all walks of life, but with similar common backgrounds, really, like broken homes. And well, you'll know yourself, there's some absolute characters in army, and you just get each other through because it's designed to be hard, isn't it? Training, otherwise everyone would do it because they need robust individuals on front line, which is what we were. There's no pussyfooting around when the shit hits a fan.
yeah.
And you know, like, you're in a lot of danger. It's your muckers, and it built from that. I think that camaraderie, and that team ethos.
Well, it's I think as well that initial when you rock up, that you kind of feel, I don't know, I felt like that kind of homely, like, oh, like you said, I'm around very similar lads.
Yeah.
So like the football side for me, I was still a lifelong United fan. And in my block, in my room, I had another 4 United fans who weren't all from my area, but we had something in common.
Yeah. Well, I'll train up there. You can tell who's going up because they've all got massive bags.
Yeah.
I still have my Liam Gallagher haircut, you know, when I had hair.
Yeah.
Where I had it down here over my ears and that, like a mod.
Yeah.
And one of the first things they do in it is get rid of the lot. He went, who the fuck have you come as? Fucking Noel Gallagher. I was like, whoa.
Liam,
guys
right.
shouting at my face. Caught me off guard, that.
Yeah.
And like you said, there were lads in my room that I'd met on the train on the way up from Burnley and Lancashire. So by the time he got there, he'd already been talking to people, and you could talk in a room and ask each other, well, whatever, have you got this, or can I borrow that? And it just starts to gel, I think, because you're all in the same boat, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, it's I think what we've said as well, you find solace in each other, and there's that kind of myth as well. That people have said this to me for ages. Oh, I could never have done what you did. Well, yeah, you could, because you don't just rock up on day 1 and day 2. They give you all your kit and that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Like we've said, there's a systematic way of how they deconstruct you as a civilian.
Oh yeah, it's very, very clever how they do it, because I've been studying psychology, and everything they've done it's been that way for a long time, and they've got it right because obviously it's effective and it works, and they they're moulding all these individuals into a unit together. So they break you, don't they? So you're all worthless. You're all like Full Metal Jacket style, eh?
Yeah.
And then they build you back up. So by the time you've passed out, you're like, I am the shit. I am the motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
Aren't you? So
Yeah.
your confidence is up here. And you come home and people notice, like, oh my heck, there's a big change. Some people couldn't even believe I was in the army because they knew what I was like before. They were like, how did you even get in? They were like,
Bab test.
they gave me a tenner. Careers. I was like, wow. Let's go to the pub.
Yeah. And it is, and it's. I want to jump something else we've talked about before. That systematic like deconstruction and then rebuild. It's like they're giving you a map, a psychological map of how you think and how you behave.
They change all your thought processes and your brain, really.
Yeah.
We'll probably cover it in more detail later when we start to do veterans and the problems that doing that, the aftercare from doing that needs looking at, definitely, because you can't, although it works and they're effective, good soldiers, that's not productive member of society.
No.
Me and you have found out personally. I have anyway, because you can't think and behave like that out here.
No, it's definitely. So we'll come back. I'll put a big circle on that one in my notes. But yeah, it's that mapping that they do. So you've had your mapping. You've been you've been super chipped like a Japanese car. What we'll do like a broad stroke and then come back and delve into them.
Yeah.
So how long did you serve?
I did 16 years. There, yeah, bang on.
Yeah.
I ended up in November and I left in December, so pretty much bang on 16 years.
Well, there's no JPA here, so we'll not screw you on that one. You're wrong.
Yeah, well, the kind of dates you remember. Well, I'd have done my full lot, my 22, but I got I think 2010, 2009, 10. I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which I'd never heard of. Similar to Crohn's, so it's. I remember going to see the MO, the medical officer, and he said it's a chronic illness, bowel disease. And I thought chronic was something Dr. Dre were on about, you know. My last album was The Chronic. But I didn't realise the magnitude of how severe it were and how much it had changed my life, really. It's a life-changing illness. I'm on medication till I pop my clogs, you know, and I've got to manage it, and it's not pleasant at all to have.
How old were you when you found out? 2010.
30s, so yeah, early 30s.
You know, like, is it? So I remember this, but is it something that like you didn't feel right for a while?
Yeah, well, we're doing pre-deployment training for Afghan. We're over in Canada. I was commanding my vehicle, and I kept having to get driver to stop because I needed to shit all the time, but it was just blood coming out.
Yeah.
Blood and mucus, and I thought, fuck, maybe I've been hitting it too much on tins, you know.
Full foot camp, yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't stop. So I went to see the doctor while we were in field, and he said, just go sick when you get back, because we were nearly done. And thought no more of it. I just thought I'd get some tablets and crack on, you know, like you always do. Give you some brufen, and when your leg's hanging off, you just crack on. But no, it weren't the case, that. They offered me counselling and stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? Are you taking piss?
Did you start getting a flap on? Or?
Well, no, because I didn't. Looking back now, I don't think I took it seriously. Because you always have that that resilience and that robustness. So I'm right, me. I'll crack on. And my job role had to change. From being a section commander, I got put in a G10 role, so I was in stores, that kind of life.
So the way that they saw of looking after you is, for them that don't know, you've gone from a front line in the suck, waving at the enemy, to counting. I don't want to like be
emasculated.
Yeah, like counting blankets, and
yeah, they took me.
For me, it was counting weapons, so I can empathise with you. I know the fucking journey that you took.
I did it because I had no other choice, but I weren't happy with it, no. Because I had my section, I'd moulded them, because they are a reflection of you. I had some top lads. I were in a brilliant platoon. Yeah, it was just a very hard adjustment for me, that. Very hard.
We'll park that and definitely come back to it.
Yeah.
Because we jumped straight in, but we'll go. You've left Glencoe. You did 16 years service all in all. So how old were you when you walked into 1st Battalion Queen's Lancashire Reg?
I was 18.
18.
Nearly 19. Yeah, well, they were based over in. So I did Glencoe, Catterick. You got 10 days off, and then they sent you boxes up, the MFO boxes. Got us a parade date, so we flew from Blackpool over to Belfast. Straight Lisnelly Barracks, it were called. Welcome to Battalion. 6 and 10 straight away. Thrashed on square. Come back tomorrow. It's typical.
Yeah.
New lad.
Yeah.
Christening. And then 2 weeks. I've been there 2 weeks. But you still have to wait for you to do your NERT course then. Otherwise you weren't allowed out on ground. So kicking the reels waiting for that. Just helping CQ, doing bitch jobs. And we've been into town because 9 of us came to battalion at the same time, passed out. So we went down to Homer Town Centre to get your post, like your titty posters and
to
make the room your own.
Yeah.
We're walking back and we had boom. That's when all my bomb went off.
Right. So what? You'd only been there 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Right.
That was a big wake up. Because there's training and then there's reality.
Yeah.
And because we couldn't go out on the ground, they called it the bubble gym, which was a makeshift morgue. So that the lads who got crashed out on QRF, they'd obviously cordoned the area off, and they were going through the process of the body bags and picking bits up, what belonged to what body, like arms, and there were kids' bodies, arms. Right, were awful.
Well, for them that are not clued up on it as well, the Omba bomb, it was a car bomb, wasn't it, that was parked up. I don't want to go into I don't want to go into the politics, but just the facts of what it was a car bomb that was in a civilian area that went off.
The main high street in Omba. So the lads, all 9 of us got took down to the bubble gym, which was a morgue, and then we were having to open the bags and lay them out. They had names on the bags, and we just remember looking at each other. Stu Maddox, he was one of them. We were all like a bit wide-eyed and wow. And then the family started coming to identify him.
Yeah.
We had to escort him, show him, and then take him away. And it were a lot to cope with for an 18-year-old lad. That.
Exactly, 2 weeks in. So it's this thing, like you've said, innit? And we all have that feeling when you've passed your training. I'm trained now.
Yeah, I'm a trained. Well, you are a trained killer.
Yeah, I think I'm ready for anything. And then something that I'd like to say you've not been trained for.
Yeah, it's not. You realise it's not a game.
No.
It's just real life. People die.
Yeah, and then
Get
this is
hurt.
it now. So, how long in total did you serve that tour of Oma? Because it was a residential posting for the battalion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were based there.
2.5 years we were there, and then we came back to Catterick, Alma Barracks.
Yeah,
That's where you tipped up, I think.
yeah, yeah.
And we went back again to Fort Kill, well, South Armagh.
Yeah, I'm too young for that. I was in kids club.
That 6 months there. Spent a few years of my career in Catterick. What a dump. I think it's a lot better now, but boy, it was bad. Weren't it jesters and all that caper?
It's like one of those. I think it's typical all over the world. It's a military outpost that doesn't have anything else to do apart from drink and fight each other.
Yeah, back area of doom.
Yeah, run around, do.
Do you remember them three? What they call them, three sisters? On back area.
Well, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Down. You should see P Company using them, and I was saying,
yeah, trying.
PTIs were like, right, and Ziggy and PTIs was thrashed the living daylights out here.
But I want to. We've been to Northern Ireland. We've seen what we've seen.
Yeah.
Done what we've done, and it's kind of like that first experience of shit. This ain't very good. This is, you know what I mean? And it's do you know? And I'll come back and mention some of this. What they say about concussions are like a scar on the brain. This is like your first scar, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Straight away.
At the time, you don't know.
No, not at all. You just crack, like you said, that resilience. You're just cracking on through.
So we've left there.
Yeah, we've left Northern Ireland. We're going to spend a period of years in Catterick now. Yeah. You didn't though, did you?
I knew you did this. No, I had an unpaid holiday, Del.
Yeah.
A sabbatical.
Yeah.
So I under the duress of my ex-wife.
Yeah.
We just had Jamie, my eldest son. He was born in '99. So she got preggers. She came over to Oma, and she got preggers then. And he was born in Burnley General. So when we got married, the main reason for it was to get a pad.
Yeah.
Didn't want to live in the block and not see my wife and my kids, you know.
Yeah, so you get your own house to live in.
As a dad does, and an husband. And then she weren't happy. It was causing friction, really, within the marriage. It was affecting my work. I had the opportunity to say no, and I didn't. I put them first. That's just me, you know. I put other people first. So I ended up getting a 10 grand bank loan in my name. Sent all this kit on a container. Did a bunk to Tenerife for 14 months. Larry!
Shaka. Who can? Shaka can.
It was good. I had a good time.
It's people say, "Oh, how can you do that?" And it's the most difficult thing, a bit like checking your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna come. They're gonna come. So you've
you're on the run, aren't you?
Yeah, and that's it. And look, you did what you did. You came back. You held your hands up.
Jail.
Yeah, jail time. Which is actually it's a rehabilitation centre. So you got rehabilitated, and it's almost like, this is why I wanted to bring it up, Danny, because it's almost like you said before. I've been given some discipline, and then you lose it.
Yeah, I needed it.
So then it's like, right, what we're going to do with you, we're going to give it you back. And there's all this because people like to give it the nickname, don't they? The Glass House.
Yeah.
And it's really a rehabilitation centre.
Yeah, it is.
It's like going, and everyone says it's like going back to phase 1 training.
It's exactly that. Exactly that.
So you're going.
Great.
Yeah.
It was great.
And so you go back.
If it were a posting, I'd have stayed there. I would. I got fit, give up smoking, relearn up my trade basically to a higher level than what it was. So when I come out, I went straight on my NCO card. I think I got given 9 months detention.
Yeah.
Did 6. And come out and did my NCO card. Come in top 3. I think me, Cunny and Shea Pels it were. We went top 3. But I didn't get promoted straight away. Jack. We had to do them interviews. I thought the Carter was the interview.
Oh, that's
I busted my nuts, you know. But yeah, then you get lizards getting promoted before you. But I won't go down that road.
Political, yeah. I was on the same one. Well, I did. No, actually, I was on the same one as you. That's the one I came off, and then I did the one after that.
Yeah, I did 3. Well, first one, I got. Do you remember Paddy Rowe? He went diffy as well at the same time as me.
Nah, no then.
Like, I've been to his house night before, I think, and I got some kind of bug. And I was spewing up all day in training wing. And obviously there's a lot of PT involved on your card. You get gun runs of doom and all that. I was that dehydrated, went med centre and I got canned. Paul Ewing said, "You've missed too much off your pot."
Yeah, do one.
Oh, right, all right. Took that on the chin. Next time. Then next one, Jay Greenall, he were on it. Nasty man.
Well, they don't pick the nicest people, do they, for them courses, like, so.
No.
But it's another, this is what I'm saying as well, Dan. This is another remapping.
Yeah, my moral compass got fixed.
Yeah. So you're at Catterick, the lovely North Yorkshire. You've been remapped again twice. Here we go again. So we've now got Danny, the junior leader, or trained junior leader, sorry. Then Tony Blair decides to spoil everyone's fun and feelings from the 90s and football and music and vibes, and sent us all to the desert.
Should be in jail, that guy. He should be in fucking jail.
There's a few of them, isn't there?
Wanker.
I think we'll talk about my thoughts and feelings on that one, but unprepared, unequipped. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little
I'll be using.
Going to a desert in green kit. Do you remember whose boots melted? Was it Mick O'Keefe?
I think so, yeah. They're the
sort of plane, his boots come off on runway. Just disintegrated.
But there's loads of little words we could put in. But yeah, so off we pop. First experience of the desert.
Fucking hell, it was hot, weren't it?
Yeah.
Remember when we were at that petrol station? Because they were rioting, weren't they? Because they thought we stopped all petrol, so we had to guard. Because they only allowed a certain amount of litres or whatever to. So the queue were massive. And I remember being stood there with Jay Mids and Tigger, Das Taylor.
Yeah.
And he ended up being on front page at Sun, didn't he, with Dooming Water. 44 degrees that day.
Yeah, he was on Sky News as well, I think, Jay.
You've got lads from Lancashire, where it gets to like 20 if you're lucky, in peak of summer, to 44 degrees. Stood there with pasty white fucking green kit, which were attracting sun. Oh, it was fucking ruthless, that place. It
was, I think I chatted with Jordan Lees not so long ago, and he said it were just, we were writing the rule book as we were going along.
Yeah, well, no infrastructure.
No, there were no one. Yeah, it was no one's immediate fault in our unit or anything like that. It's just like you said. It's like this pandemic now. No one knows. No.
We just did the best with what we had, which is what we do. That's your job. This is your cards. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Are you going to say no? You
Yeah.
can't do that.
I don't like it.
You've got to make it work.
See, all in all, how many tours of Iraq? How many times you go back to Iraq?
I did Iraq twice. So Telic 2, we took over from Jocks, Highlanders, and then Telic 11. But the kit were a lot better that time. They had
Yeah.
armoured vehicles and we weren't riding around in soft skin Land Rovers with no roof on. No. So you had your bulldogs and all that. Car armour tour, we got RDF'd a lot still. So alarm were going off daily.
So again, just for them that don't know, what do you mean IDF?
They set way out in the desert. They make homemade, basically artillery rounds. Put them in a drain pipe.
Yeah.
Fire them over wall into camp in the hope of killing and maiming people. And it did its job. And a lot of times, a few people got hit when we were there. Yeah, but I'll never forget that noise when siren goes off, because you do your IA drill, so you're on face down on floor with your hands underneath you. Well, there were a bit like this Corona. There were people not listening, having showers and shit, like just cracking on, and one of them got hit. Someone was shagging once. Oh, fucking hell.
4 degrees.
Fucking Remsen and air content.
Oh, but they had, and again, look, this thing, you've been to Northern Ireland, the Oma bombs happen there, and then this experience out in the desert, it's like elongated paranoia that you're living in.
Yeah, well, Dad Jones,
yeah,
he got killed, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was the second experience of death, really, because I saw him that morning. He went out with Doc Dolan, because he said they used to do runs down to Shiber, didn't they, to get out pop and all that.
Yeah.
They were going down on a run for something or other, and for some reason I couldn't go, so I said no. And then we heard it. Obviously, everyone heard the news, which just it pissed off and hurt a lot of us. We took it personally because he was one of our, and he was a really good officer.
Well, and I know it's a cliche, Danny. Like people always say good things about those that have passed, but he was, for me, he was one of them that'd give you time of day if you need. He'd teach you something.
Yeah.
He'd often find himself in the Sangers, which for those that don't know, is like a lookout post.
Yeah.
And he'd teach, because obviously he's his trade at the time was running the snipers, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Plus other bits and bobs.
Well, he was there at Telic 1, weren't he?
Yeah.
So the actual war, the invasion. So we had loads of valuable info that we used. And he was a very intelligent guy.
He was my first experience of loss. Yeah, like I said, because he was our company.
Yeah, he was one of us.
Yeah, and where we lived at the time, like I think it was a converted primary school, wasn't it? That would just expand a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing. Well, it weren't the palace, were it?
It didn't have a gate.
No, nothing. What's this? This is your base, yeah. So yeah, so
cots outside because you couldn't sleep inside, could you? It was too hot.
No.
Because the bricks absorbed all heat, and then if you managed to get some lids at any point, you were just covered in flies. But yeah, it would torture that. Oh.
It's experiences. So yeah, and everything. Like, thankfully, what they learnt about that into the later tours, air conditioning. You know what I mean? Beds.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. Thank you very please.
Oh, what a godsend that thing is. You just sweated, didn't you? 24/7.
Just this is how naive I were when we landed. I turned around and I said, "Have you felt the heat off them engines? Do you know the plane?"
Yeah, and it weren't
Where-
breeze.
yeah.
Like
Because I
that.
think somebody else that just went, "No, that's just outside that." I was like, "Oh, from Lee."
Yeah, fucking sand and bulbs and that dust.
And it is that smell of burning floor.
Yeah,
Not like something that's been bombed or set on fire, just scorched by the sun.
mm.
That's one that sticks with me, as well as Poo Rally.
Burning rubbish as well. They used to do, didn't they?
It's everything. It's like, no, there was no infrastructure, was there? There's nothing. No water supply, no sewers, no nothing.
I used to pop and drop, didn't they?
Yeah. So
Straight top
excuse.
walk off. Let's work. Well, where am I? Fucking Blackburn.
And yeah. And that's where a lot of, and I want to be careful what I say about Iraq. We were lads. Yeah, we did our best. We were lads from, a lot of people, like you've said, are the same, from housing estates and broken homes and everything like that.
Yeah.
In a completely foreign environment, making it up as you go along.
Mm-hmm. Just giving orders, right, lads, this is what's happening. You're on patrol, or we're on guards, and you just did it.
Yeah.
Counting the days down, and
I'm adamant to this day, because the battalion was from Lancashire, and it took that Lancashire mentality of being humble and being welcoming to a lot of people. That saw a lot of people through, and I think the city as well responded to us, because there's been a lot of negative press about us and who we were, and I'm not going to go into it, but there was a lot of negative press that was highlighted, and there's also been nothing about the positiveness.
Nothing.
About a small, a couple of hundred, really, a few hundred of us. We're talking 800 troops, are we? Something like that.
Yeah.
With our cap badge. Yeah. In a city. And for what did happen and the trials and tribulations that everybody went through, there was a lot more positive.
Oh, yeah.
About how the people of that city responded to us, which never really, I think, ever filtered home.
All them lives. Do you remember when they used to bring kids to the front gate, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, help me. And you're just having to patch kids up. And just little things like that. A lot of good. I don't know, just being a decent human being.
Yeah.
And caring for people. We could have said no. But it's not what we're about, that.
No,
is, like I said, the best that we could.
Given the cards we were dealt with. So we return home. There's no drums, there's no flags, there's no banners, there's no big welcome, well done, guys. So we crack on, and we've it's that mapping in it. It's that scar on the brain. You're thinking a lot different now. Witnessed and noticed. I was 19, I think. How old were you when we came home?
What year were it? 2001? No, 3.
Right, yeah.
I'd be 24 now then. I got promoted over there.
Yeah, I remember that. So you're 24 now.
We just had Toby. Well, I flew home on R&R in 10 days.
So Toby's your second son?
Yeah, my youngest. 17 now, nearly.
Wow.
Oh dear.
He'd be slapping you around soon.
Well, he's gonna edit all these YouTube vids for us, isn't he? You're very, very intelligent. I don't know where all that's come from. I don't know.
They're awesome.
Yeah, so we come back. He were days, weeks old. Yeah, good time that. I remember the relief coming home and just remembering how good it were, that feeling to be back on and see loads of green scenery. And
yeah, cool breeze.
Civilization, you know, like everything were clean. The road, there were nothing on fire. There were, you know, it was just normal.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I struggled with, because a lot of people, I think they want to ask you, oh, what did you struggle with? What did you struggle with? It's the change of environments.
I remember that's just triggered a right big prominent memory. For weeks and weeks afterwards, I'd be out and about cutting around and then just suddenly stop in my tracks and have a panic about where my weapon were.
Wow, yeah.
I used to stop me, oh, shit, where's my weapon? And then you think, oh yeah. That happened a lot, that, because it's party, isn't it? Your weapon.
Yeah. And it's this is what we start going into it now. How lads, why they struggle when they come home, because your routine is that enforced for a reason. Your state of paranoia and everything like that is to keep you alive.
Yeah.
And then all you do is jump on a plane and you're on a different environment. And this is where now you haven't gone through any remapping.
Yeah. Well, there were no decompression either.
No. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
And again, so for those lads who would finish the term of service over that, there's no, well, this is how you go to the shop. As simple as that. This is how you walk around a supermarket. You know, don't have those flash panics of, shit, where's my weapon?
Yeah.
Or going for your top left for something. It's not there, I've got a t-shirt on.
It's not normal behaviour. To us, it is. But the wider society, to think, what's he doing?
And I think, I'm hoping the thousands in attendance that'll be watching this, just that little bit that you've said there, that where's my weapon? That's the first bit of being able to relate to all this, you know, then behaviours. So it's not so much, oh, I've done, you know, because I don't want to put people down, but maybe some people haven't seen as much on a tour and stuff like that, but they've still lived through that routine.
And having your kit packed.
Yeah.
Still have in my loft to this day. I've got a burger with rations and warm kit, wet kit in it.
Have you got any sausage and beans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Quinn give me a big box of rations. Like ledge. I thought when this pandemic kicked off, well, I'll be eat. Cooking my tea in kettle. Like old times. Couldn't be asked going to cookhouse. Oh, Lancashire hot pot, was it?
No. For a group of guys that, and again, yourself, look, you've been through the Northern Ireland, you've been through the Catrick, we've been over to the Middle East in the desert, having it there. What's the best thing to do for these guys? Send them to Cyprus for 2 years.
Carnage. That was absolute carnage, that place. Changed lives.
Yeah. Do you remember, for, you know, again, the people at home watching, whereabouts we were based and what our job was there to do?
The Keeley, weren't we? Well,
yeah.
It's broken into two parts in it, Cyprus. So you've got east and west sovereign-based areas. And we were east, so right near Ayia Napa, 20 minutes, if that. Mega. It were mega. Given the facilities there, well, I was still married at that point, which will become more apparent later. So any time off you had, so they were early starts, weren't they, back then? So
yeah.
You go on the keg till like 4 o'clock, coming at 5, PT at 6, and yeah, likes a piss Campari with his camel toe full of brandy, Keogh brandy. Swigging it on, well, like, fucking hell, it stinks. Tins.
Yeah, so one thing I'll touch on it when you talk to me. I massively struggled, and I've only ever said this in small circles, that Cyprus was too close infrastructure-wise and temperature and everything to Iraq.
Yeah.
You know, we'd have that small posting back home in the UK, And like all you've done in Iraq is go, what are you going to do when you get home?
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you get home? I'm going to do this. What are you going to do? Oh, who are you going to see? What food are you going to have? And, you know, people in this pandemic now are doing the same. What are you going to order from Mackey's? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So I'd got myself into that routine of, oh, this is what I'm going to do and live my life in the UK. And then Cyprus, it twisted me melon, man.
Yeah.
It's like I called it Iraq with electricity and running water.
Yeah. It were.
Lovely, lovely. Look, the people that were there at the time, lovely holiday destination.
Paphos and all that.
Yeah, but psychologically for me, it was the beginning of the end.
It was. Squaddies do things in excess, don't they? So
yeah.
Any task you get given, you complete it as quick as you can to the best of your ability, and they take that ethos into when they're not at work. So I've got X amount of time to get as many tins down there and just do what I want to excess until I can't do it anymore. And then you're back to work. And it just carries on, doesn't it? They were excessive. The fridge of doom. There were mopeds coming off top balcony.
Please for everybody, please for everybody, just tell them what the fridge of doom was.
Joe Mellor, weren't it? And there were one room.
I'm sure it was Odgie's room as well. God bless his soul. God bless him.
Yeah. There were 4-man room with some proper ledges in it, and everyone used to just go in there and party, like Jimmy Burke, Joe Mellor, Walshy, Avers, Louis Whitby, and someone wrote on it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Fridge of Doom, and then it just got graffitied, and it was just full of keg, weren't it?
Yeah.
Full of keg.
I walked into a Fridge of Doom session when I was on COS. I did many other ones after that.
We used to, as soon as you walked in, you had a can put in your hand.
Yeah. And everyone used to open and shut the fridge. Fridge of Doom. Fridge of Doom.
Ginger Witter. He was another one. Yeah, tin. Even if you didn't, it weren't even crossing your mind. As soon as you walked in that room, tin. And then it just went downhill.
And one of the, I think loads of people are relating, because that's when we got gated, when a certain guy who's on ITV on Good Morning in Britain, I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say his name.
Share a cell with Tony Blair, though. God.
Yeah. Printed some fake images in his newspaper, which then, you know, later got proved to be fake, and we had an apology. But the whole unit got gated.
He put people's lives in danger, that guy.
Well, yeah, obviously incited violence over in the Middle East, which we had some of our cat badge were over there.
Yeah.
So, you know, please, people, go and Google that story. It's on there to see. But our experience of you're gated, you're in, everybody is on lockdown, is exactly how the British people are responding now.
Yeah. Who got put in? I remember we got smashed one time. And it might have been Bray. All night where they wrapped him up and chucked him in naffy. I think Tigger, he did it. Oh, my memory's gone. Yeah, it just created scenarios where, like say RSM were walking past our block. He said in front of battalion, didn't he? I could hear fucking Wigan Pier in one end and Maxime's in other. Just like ding and fucking buzz. Just having a good time.
Looking at the beach, yeah. And then there was the odd mattress that went over the barbed wire, and yeah, people helping each other get in and out. But you know, that's
Joe Mellor got lids on that barbed wire, didn't he? He had flies on him then. All his lips were like dry and cracked. Like, you know what are you doing? How can you gonk there?
So it was crazy. It was almost like 2 years of unwinding. All good.
Between us.
Yeah, all good. And we leave Cyprus now. We go to Germania.
Oh, it just got up, didn't it?
Germany, yeah.
So yeah, we 2006, 5.
5, oh, 4, yeah, like 5, yeah.
We're still Queen's Lancashires at that point, weren't we?
Yes, yeah.
Got there, settled in. That's when I come back in block then after everything came out in the washes to what she were up to and illegitimate children and whatnot. But I won't say any more on that. And so I come back in block. Loved it. Well, I just love being back with my best mates and having a fucking good time. So the gardens got created, didn't it?
Yeah, so how old were you when you came back in the block?
2000, were it 6?
It was like 2005 it were.
So I'll be maths. I told you I was shit at maths. 26.
So you're 26-year-old. Go back over. What's happened at 18 in Northern Ireland? Been through the conflicts in Iraq. Had marital issues throughout a turbulent time in Cyprus. And now you're 26. You know, you're looking at getting divorced. It's not the natural path, is it?
No.
Of someone of an equivalent age who might have gone to uni and stuff like that.
No.
They're not even looking. And obviously you've got 2 young boys now as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it had, like I said, about when bad things happen, you've got a lot of resilience and you just get on with it because you've no choice. And that reflected in the breakup of the marriage and what I learned about what had been going on behind my back. Internally, it damaged me a lot, and psychologically, it really damaged me that, and to the point where my drinking became excessive. But because it fit in with the culture,
yeah,
you're regarded as a ledge. Not that my platoon sergeant at the time, I'm not going to name names, was weak and failed to spot significant changes in behaviour and attitude to my work, because obviously it had an impact on my job and my work. I would just start going on the piss all the time, which is a knee-jerk reaction, which I think a lot of people do when they face bad news.
Were you at the time? Were you offered any kind of support? Nothing.
No, I just got labelled as a lunatic, pisshead.
Yeah, because it's I lived in the room across from you.
Yeah, I needed help.
Yes, yeah, you did. You could tell you were hurting.
The duty of care was non-existent.
No, and all the other lads could do and around you is give you a can. And it's almost it's that Gascoigneism, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, this guy's hurting. And we don't see it from the inside. Oh, you've gone through all these fucking traumatic stages. Maybe you need a fucking break. Do you get what I mean?
Sitting down with someone who knew the crack and say, how can we sort this out? How can we help you? And I just got jacked. I'd done juniors in Cyprus, junior Brecon.
Which is another promotion course. Yeah, another leadership course.
Promised at the end of pre-course, when he got selected to go down, we got promised off the CO, as long as you pass, as soon as you come back, you get promoted there and then. Never happened. Then all that shit kicked off with my marriage. Carried over to Germany. And I weren't put on any promotion boards for 4 years.
Did you feel
I was qualified? I was dual qualified because I'd done my DMIs. So I was training the battalion and some brigade assets as well in driving and commanding vehicles that were used in operationally. So I dual qualled and I still didn't get promoted because, like I said, it affected my work and the drinking they don't mix. So that were pissing me off as well. That I were getting jacked at work. I wasn't getting supported and I weren't getting promoted. Now, had I got promoted and sent away to depot, which is what the norm was, I'd have been all right because I'd have been away. I've chance to reflect and recuperate myself and have a focus.
And it's out of that culture because your culture would have changed. And I spoke to Baz last night, actually. He said when that happened to him and you're taken out of that, here, have a can. You'll be all right. You're a legend. Let's go run around streets and be mental. You know, you mentioned depot. For other people, it's a training establishment. And you're there to teach. Become a teacher, become an instructor and show, you know, the new lads up and coming how you've got to do. So your whole, like you've said, your whole identity have to change, which you weren't given that opportunity to do at that time.
No.
So and again, like you said, you no real support. And I think this is, and again, where people will start relating, the only medicine is a can of something or a bottle of something.
It's getting absolutely smashed beyond all recognition. But my mates did play a big role in supporting me, like you and Louis and Walsher, Stop Short, all them regulars in Corunna. And then your Goldies, Al Porters, Joe Folder. Yeah, they did help a lot because they used to listen to me whinging and put up with it because they were my mates. And if I hadn't had that, I think I would have been a lot worse. A lot worse.
And it's this thing that, you know, the whole reason we all do it, talking, unloading onto people. Again, so it's almost like, you know, there was no official support structure, and that's where the unofficial one took over. And if nothing else, I don't want to skip too far ahead, but this is what this is. This is an unofficial support structure.
Listening to problems.
Yeah, and going, right, how do we get from A to B now? Fuck A to Z. How are we going to the next one?
Yeah.
So, and I'll skip Corunna Gardens. People are dying. Not even a garden. Not even a garden.
Yeah, I don't know what anyway. It was an area.
Yeah, the most inclusive, multicultural, organised.
Oh yeah, there were rules.
Almost like a small festival every weekend.
Well, I used my furniture from my pad, didn't I? That garden, it didn't last long, like plastic garden chairs and all that.
And also, for those that don't know, it's a gathering of many peoples on a bit of car parky outside. Yeah. That I think helped a lot of people. Now, it tried to get shut down.
Many times,
because it was just from the outside looking, you know, a rabble of lads who were just getting on it and listening to, like, you know, say dance music or whatever. Arctic Monkeys at the time was the album choice.
Hammered.
Yeah.
CDs knackered.
And I could tell, like, I was in a similar situation to yourself, just moving into the block. It was a place of you can sit here and just unload. Anything, just your problems, and somebody will always be there to listen and relate. It's almost like group therapy in a way.
Yeah.
And it was a very clever thing that Pete McKenna came up with, was saying, right, there's going to be rules, there's going to be structure, and anyone who's a junior leader or whatever like that, we're going to sign a document. And we're going to say that this is actually a bit of decompression for the lads, an unofficial support structure.
Yeah.
And it'll be clean and tidy by first thing Monday morning.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people got saved in that environment.
Yeah.
You know, not somebody
it got back, didn't it? Because I remember Paul Uray, were sort of major at the time. He went, well, the majority of the lads that attend that have made this company champion company, and that was his ultimate goal when he took over Sergeant Major. He went, "I will be champion company," and we got it for him.
Yeah.
So he rewarded us by saying, "Listen, they're in camp, so they're not outside the walls, terrorising civilians, causing troubles and headaches, police involvement, and all that. They're in here. They're happy. There's little to no evidence on a Monday morning of anything that's gone on, and there were some fucking goings-ons in there."
Yeah.
I don't know if some ones are still alive.
Or in special forces.
It was mental.
Created. But it's evidence to the contrary that it works. Like you said, we got champion. We were the best in battalion.
And also, we just got amalgamated, which put a lot of pressure on people's identities, because they're anticipating a lot of friction, weren't they? Saying like, well, QL are going to stick to their own, Kings will, and Rallybikes will, and the opposite happened. We were all sat in the same place, sipping beers together, spinning dits, having a laugh.
Yeah, becoming one.
Yeah, and then that led to a successful tour on the back of that.
So back again. From that point then, so yeah, that's 2006, 7, I think, the unit then came back to the UK.
Yeah. Well, I got bussed, didn't I?
You did indeed. So again, another traumatic event. You've spent all this time mapping, becoming a leader, doing everything.
Training people.
For it all to be taken away.
Being treated like a full screw and expected to behave and doing a full screw's job for way over 2 years. I'd say 3 years. Because even though you qualified as a Lance Jack, waiting to promote to full screw, you're given a full screw's job, full corporal's job, obviously on less money. But any failure in them tasks, you're a bag of shit. Rather than
it's hard, isn't it?
Facilitating your learning and guiding you, what you shit you. So we got a new OC and a CO. I've been promised promotion 2 or 3 times, didn't happen. So I'm obviously pissed off being treated like expected to be a full screw and not given it. I'd earned it more than once, and because I rocked the boat, and because of my reputation from Gardens, I was made an example of.
Yeah, most definitely you were, yeah.
So they took my stripe off me, kicked me out into Anzio. But unknowingly at the time, it was one of the best moves they could have done, because I was under the commander Steve Tick. He just took over Sergeant Major from John Morlaw, so that company was in a pretty dire place when he took over, morale wise, and similar to Paul Year 8, he got us all together, and morale went through the roof because he looked after his blokes. The OC, Ledge, absolutely Ledge. He said, obviously he did have a chat with Steve prior to me coming. So they got me in and said, look, I know what's gone on. You've been shit on. I understand why you're pissed off. If you don't cause me any dramas and you work for me, I guarantee you, by the time I leave this company, you will be a full screw. And he was right, and he made it happen.
So you've experienced weak leadership,
poor,
which reflected your identity, reflected your actions, and that. You've gone into a situation where now you've got very strong leadership, sent you on the right way, and again, it's like, look, let's remapping again, always attack into this direction. We've got to the point now, you've had your tours again. Oh. Put that there. But I'm
I'm
sat.
drinking loads.
uh,
People know.
and I want to fast forward us into coming to the dawn of your army, your military career now. So coming back to, you've got this illness.
Yeah, I still deploy with it. Well, this PAP-10 business, they wanted to downsize the armed forces by 20,000. So from in and around 100,000, they wanted it down to 80. So if you were long-term sick, held in a certain rank for what they considered too long, or they offered you voluntary redundancy just to get these numbers down quick. When we came back to Catterick again, that's when I just picked up full screw, and I went training wing for a short period because they go off PIDs, don't they? There has to be a slot for you to go into. So I've been to Herrick with it. They weren't happy, but they let me go. I said, there'll be a guaranteed role that I can do out there. I want to be with my blokes, my battalion. I didn't want to be on rear party because I worked for a short period. When they started getting the casualties and the KIAs, I ended up being just used as a bearer party, carrying coffins, and for both battalions, 1 and 2 Lancs, which that wasn't what the army were about to me. I wanted to be there, doing my bit.
Did you ever have to carry anyone that you knew?
Yeah.
You don't have to say names or anything, pal. It's just.
Yeah, but I don't.
Did you have that any? And I just want to get onto this because other people might relate to this now. Did you have any kind of feeling while the lads were out in Afghanistan that you were letting them down by being at home?
Yeah, I felt. A few things, Jack.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be looked at as a coward.
Yeah.
Hiding, because a sergeant major at the time. No, it was a CQ going into the sergeant major's job. And when I got told it, they're not letting you go, I had to deal with that news myself, which it upset me a lot. And then to be called a coward on top of that really put the boot in that. After everything I'd done in that throughout my time and what I'd seen and done, to be called that, it didn't. Yeah, it cut me quite close to that. It went pretty deep.
Yeah.
So, by hook or by crook, they let me go. So
it changes your psyche, doesn't it? It changes your psyche. For me as a mate, I'd do anything to not have you go.
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? But that's not the psyche that you're living in.
Yeah.
You've got this grief. You've got this feeling of I'm letting the side down.
Yeah.
And then somebody vocals everything that you've internally been feeling.
Like a failure.
Yeah. So then what do you do? Well, I put myself in harm's fucking way to prove, like you've got to prove.
Yeah. And looking back now, I didn't need to prove fuck all to anybody.
No.
But I felt I did for the wrong reasons. No one can take anything away that I'd already done, but I had to go. I had to go.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done, but I did, and I'm glad I did. It was from a battalion point of view, it was a very kinetic tour.
Well, you were busy. You were very, very, very busy boys.
Lost 7 lads. I forget how many wounded. Obviously, Rick Clem.
Yeah.
Life-changing injuries, and these are people that I knew well, Jordan Bancroft, very good friend of mine. I put him on the plane. I repatriated him to come back, carried his coffin. These are big hits to take. When it's personal,
yeah,
it's a lot different to seeing it on the news. No, another soldier's been killed, and for about a 10-second clip, and that's it. But when you know you've got your mate dead in a box carrying on your shoulder, and you reflect on the memories and the times you've had with them people.
There's a lot of guilt comes in, isn't there?
I can feel it now. It does cut me up still.
Yeah,
and it's such good lads.
Yeah, to put it, you know, in regards, so other people can try and relate of your psychology that you're going through, of this feeling of guilt and I'm letting the side down. You've got two young lads there.
Yeah.
And rightly, wrongly, whatever, they go to the back of the mind.
They have to.
But these pressures are being put on you. And again, this is all part of, you know, people ask, oh, he's got the PTSD, he's got this, he's got that, he's not whatever. It's not. It's how your mind works of where I should be. Mm. You know, as a good friend and someone who loves you and everything like that, at the time I'd be saying, no, your kids need you. Your kids need you. Well, that's where I should be over there.
At that particular time, obviously I love my kids more than anything.
Yeah, yeah.
More than any possession. You'll know as being a dad yourself, that feeling of being a parent it's overwhelming. The sense of pride and joy that you get from your children. But back here, she was up to her tricks and not letting me see him, and so I'd go. It's a 2-hour journey to go and see him over in Selby. I'd be near enough 10 minutes away, get a text, oh, we're not in, they don't want to see you. Things like that. I'd taken her to court, won, and she said, well, I'll adhere to the court order, and I'd see him sporadically, and then it'd stop again, so I'd have to take her back to court, and it just got so tiresome, and the money that I was spending was ridiculous, thousands. I wasted about 13 grand.
Wow.
And I had nothing to show for it. I still weren't seeing them. You'd have to ask Jamie or Toby what she said to them. Which it's all turned out. Everything she's done since has proved me right. That yeah. I am a good dad. I'm a good person. And I'm a man of morals and principles, and I'm very loyal.
Look, I'm open as well for you saying that and opening up about that, regardless of army people and, you know, all the rest of it. Dads that have been through exactly the same feelings, exact same feelings. Yeah. If we can get them opening up and talking as well and sharing that experience.
The divorce rate through any services, I think, not just armed forces, the divorce rate is sky high because your primary focus is your job. Yeah. Your family has to take a back seat, and that it doesn't sit well with spouses. And no. I get that. Of course I do.
Yeah, well, you can imagine the call. It's like your firefighters, your paramedics, your police.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, AA drivers.
Everything at a whim. Right, you needed. And you're missing. I forget how many birthdays I missed to my children. So many events like Christmases and birthdays, and I managed to see them both starting to walk, first teeth coming out, and just little things. They all add up, and it hurts you as a father or a mother. You know, your kids are the be all and end all emotionally, but with your career, it conflicts with your family values, and it's not healthy.
No. So we'll get to now, brings me to, fucking hell, mate, you've been through a lot. Since the age of 18, it's not stopped.
No.
And there hasn't been anyone, really.
No,
Yeah, there hasn't been any. Don't get me on that one. There hasn't been anyone throughout this time giving you any like, and I want to do this, that hand signal, any kind of direction.
No.
This is how you deal with this. This is how you deal with that. So you found yourself now, you're living with a new way of life. Like you said, you have medication every day. You take a way out of the military. This is my out now. This is what I'm going to be getting. I'm going to find out. I'm going to revert back to 1997.
Yeah.
And you're out.
No, I went depot.
Oh, sorry, you were in depot.
I finished my time because of that PAP 10 stuff.
Yeah.
RCMO, Reggie Careers dude, he said he was aware of my illness and he said, do you want to stay in? So I'm like, fucking right, I do, yeah. I want my full pension. I signed up. Well, only for 3 years initially, but I ended up doing a lot longer. So I said, right, go and take over Chris Gammon at Pirbright. Fucking Gammon, what a ledge. He's a fucking ledge, that guy. So I went to Pirbright, loved it. I got 2 awards while I was down there. And then ultimately the PAP 10 caught up with me.
Yeah.
And I fell foul of the government's, Theresa May, it was David Cameron at the time, weren't it? The fucking snake.
Yeah.
Another weak leader. I fell foul of the system. So I got 6 months notice. Whereas when you terminate your contract, normally you get 12 months.
Yeah.
To sort your monkeys and parrots out, and then you're off, aren't you? But I got 6. So I've gone from wanting to be, progressed up the ladder still to get me third, to being a Mr. Fort. So I had to get my resettlement sorted, and again, still going back to my teenage or childhood years, I've never known anything career-wise what I wanted to do. I've always just bimbled along and found my way. It's worked to a lot of good fortune, really, financially. But yeah, next minute, 2013, December it were. Yeah, you're out. But luckily I'd bought this on the advice of Vinnie McIver, because he knew about the PAP 10 business, and he said, have you got an house or mortgage? I'm like, no. Because any money I did have, I'd spent on court fees and solicitors up to then. So with the money, when I went, and another reason why I went to Afghan was to save up every fucking penny I could get hold of for a deposit to get this. So it's got a lot of sentimental value and history behind it as this place. So luckily, when I left, I were all right. I had somewhere to stay. I already knew how to pay bills and that through being married and being a dad. But it was the work aspect I struggle with. And I was employable, but you fast become aware that whatever you've accomplished wearing your uniform means zip out here. People don't give a shit.
It's a tough pill to swallow, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an indescribable feeling.
Your status, everything you've worked and done, all the beastings you've had, all the courses you've done, all the effort you've put in means nothing.
No.
And you're being talked to like a fucking arsehole by a dickhead who knows nothing about anything.
No.
So all them life skills you've got, it's been told, you're fuck awesome. And you're like, I'm sorry, but I really disagree with that.
Yeah, I've got badges and shinies.
Yeah, got scars.
Yeah, I've got
tats. 2 t-shirts.
So we're out at your civvy. You missed a fort.
Mm.
Um, how many different jobs did you bumble around? Oh well, because you're still a civvy, like, but
Quite a few.
yeah,
Well, I did HG. I got my Cat C for my resettlement. So my first job when I come out with driving wagons, tramping, sleeping in cab. But it's
yeah.
reminded me of being on exercise.
It's not
Didn't
healthy
like it.
either because you're on your own and in your own head for a lot of time.
Yeah, I didn't like it. There was a very high pressure. Um, yeah, I found it very difficult. The adjustment and the transition. It took me up till back end of last year, really, to figure it out and remap my role in society and my identity, really, because you don't get shown
No,
by the military.
what's helped you? Do you know what could you like put you if you have to put your thumb on it? What's helped you with this remapping in?
Having a focus,
Yeah,
and carrying things over that benefit you. So your work ethos,
yeah,
your fitness. Obviously, it's going to dip a bit because you're not doing it. It's not compulsory. You've got to fit it in around lifestyle. But yeah, I'd say fitness, having a good support network. So getting rid of the fucking goats who don't look after you or they haven't got your best interests.
yeah,
Stick to people that want the best for you. I think, and keeping in touch with people that like you. When I come off the wagons, I got a job for them,
yeah.
and that's how I got back with you and Bez. That helped a lot, and I think looking back now, that was a realization somewhere in and around of you telling me, or the belief really that if you research or look up, for anyone that's watching this, it's called Johari window.
Yeah.
So it's a window it's got 4 quadrants. So your open self, and one of the quadrants is your blind area, which is things that people like you or others think or know about you that you aren't aware of.
Yeah.
So by you having that belief in me, I had a realization that, it reaffirmed a lot of things about myself, about like confidence wise, little things like that, and just the ability that, do you know what, I am good at this.
Yeah.
So I reconnected with that because we work with children in schools.
Yeah.
I reconnected with when I was at the depot training recruits and moulding them, and watching that growth, and them light bulb moments that you can see just by passing on your knowledge and your skills. It's very rewarding.
It's finding out that you have something to offer.
Yeah.
How I have to dig deep and look into it and how do a transition. And I always said to you, I said, mate, there's so much to offer here.
Mm.
It's like you hit the nail on the head, watching people's growth.
Yeah. Helping.
Helping. Yeah.
I get a kick and a real big buzz off making people happy. And it's took me 40 years to work out that I've heard it over the years, but people have always said you're easy to talk to. And sometimes people have told me things I didn't want to know just because of that fact. And I'm like, whoa, why are you telling me this? I don't want to know that shit. But it's because I've got a gift or whatever it is that people can talk to me. And I've learned to utilise that to help others, whether it started with kids and recruits, and now I want everyone to have it.
Yeah.
You know.
And it is.
Come and
It's
talk to me.
and again, it's finding something new that you already know, and if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I already know this and how to do this. So how do I transition it into something new?
Mm,
That's where a lot of lads, I feel, fall foul.
yeah,
That is the mapping that we've been banging on about all throughout this conversation. How do you accept your identity and then transition it? And accepting who you are, and a big bit of liking yourself. Do you like
yeah.
yourself?
People are their own worst critics, I find.
Yeah.
They don't. No one I know is happy with the way they look, or they could be better at this. Or I can't. It's always I can't. I'm rubbish at that. And it used to grate on me, especially with at schools. I can't do that. This defeatist attitude. That yeah, you can, and
Yeah.
we will. We're going to get you to where, or at least put you on a path to where you should be, and that you deserve to be. Everyone deserves to be happy, don't they?
Oh, too right. And it's that path of trying. Have another go. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying.
Mm.
Uh,
Resilience.
yeah, and it's what you said earlier about, oh, if you failed once, you shit.
Yeah.
Nah, just have another go. But you're all right. So I want to get to what you're up to now, and I'm going to come forward to go back again a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, what is Danny doing right now? All this transitioning, what you putting your energy into?
Well, this we've had an idea roundabouts, haven't we, for a while now?
Well,
Um,
I want to go. Sorry, mate. Before we go on to that one, like what you're doing personally.
I'm just at the back end of my first year at university,
Yeah.
which is something that it still sounds weird to say. I left school with nothing, but you know, when I went to get, obviously, because my brother passed away last year, which was another big kick in the bollocks. But he just got to the back end. He just passed his degree, so I went to get his degree on his behalf at Preston.
Wow.
And it really opened my eyes. And one of the people there, they said that education is a right. It's not a privilege, it's your right.
Yeah.
And I thought, fuck yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, my brother inspired me because he always used to wind me up about copying him, and as big brothers do, stop copying me and all that.
Yeah.
Give me a few digs. And I thought, yeah, I was looking around thinking, I won't mind a bit of this. And it intertwined with, I was working at a primary school at the time as a teaching assistant. And whilst I was there, I had to study to get on the next rung up the ladder because the money is pathetic for a teaching assistant. So I had to up my academic quals. So I had to redo my maths and my English.
Remap yourself.
And just get back into learning.
Yeah.
And I quite enjoyed it. So I passed that, which gave me the leg up to get into uni.
How did that make you feel? Honest.
Overwhelmed because I thought, fuck me, what am I doing here? Like very intelligent people coming here.
Yeah.
And it's this confidence issue with me.
Did you feel you belonged? Did you have that?
Initially, the first impression I got was yeah, they made you feel welcomed and that they wanted you there. They want you there.
Yeah.
And
not a lot of people. Yeah, not a lot of people think that, do they?
No, it is very daunting. That day 1 week one again, when you it's just, you're taking it all in. There's a lot of sensory information flying at you, and it's hard to take it all in. I'm way out of my depth in terms of like we're getting kit on your back and going from A to B very fast and carrying people and all that, and physical stuff I was very accustomed to, and challenges like that, but academic ones and personal ones, yeah,
it's bizarre in it to say as well. Yeah, what I feel you're describing is this is not your comfort zone. Yeah, I'll go out, I'll let people shoot at me, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll get blown up. That's all right, that cock.
It's normal. That's normal to me.
Start getting in here and exercising this. I'm not in my comfort zone. And it's that challenge.
Massive.
That's what you need in your life, innit?
Yeah.
Give me a fucking challenge. I dare you. And that's that bit of focus now.
Yeah, it is very, very challenging. It's fucking hard.
So when you do, because I know that you will, when you get your degree, what will you be qualified as? What is it?
Academically, you're well, it's like a three-way course. So I'm doing psychology.
Yeah.
With psychotherapy and counselling. So it's given me a bachelor. It's a Bachelor of Science with honours.
Cool.
So you get letters after your name and shit.
Yeah. Instead of before, boom.
So, but that doesn't give you the qualification to say, right, my title is a counsellor. You've got to do additional bits and bobs, but it's accredited, so you know exactly what you're on about. You just need a couple of extra bits to give you that.
Yeah, and this is what I had to hit on. You're using your experience, and whether it be professional or personal, to focus and have a drive.
Yeah.
It's this is how it's going to write. All that was like an apprenticeship on building your identity.
Yeah.
Who you are. I'm this listener. I'm this developer. I'm a learner. I'm an helper.
Yeah.
That's who I am. Naturally. Yeah. I'm an helper, dude. But
that's all I want to do.
Yeah. And it's accepting and reverting to an identity.
I finally found my path in life, my role. Yeah. I've bluffed a few. I've been a few, but they weren't true for me. It wasn't the right thing for me.
And that's happiness, isn't it? Happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness. That is happiness, understanding it.
They say if you can find a job that you like doing, then you've cracked it, haven't you? And this to me is my happy place.
And I said I'd come forward to go back, so I brought you to an happy place. Happiness.
Shaka.
Yeah. What do you think out of all that? Your three biggest neggies, or just your biggest neggies, don't have to be three, pal, that you've turned into posies?
Number one, losing my brother.
Yeah.
That was the worst by far, because I've lost mates, close friends, but my brother was the biggest kick I've ever had, and it hit me hard, did that. Second one, not being able to see my own flesh and blood, my children, my kids. Well, there's two exes that have done me a lot of damage by preventing me from being a dad. So I think there's two experiences there that can combine into one, because they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Cruelty. Third bad experience. I'd say having shit bosses.
Yeah.
They've played a key role in showing me how not to do business. We've worked for some.
Yeah.
I've had them in the army, and they've given me the wisdom and the experience to know how to treat people and how to genuinely look after them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you've said there, buddy, 3 catalytic things that, whether you're male, female, whatever you represent as, them 3 key factors is going to be a fuckload of people. They'll be like, do you know what? Yeah, if not all 3, at least one. I've had that in my life. You know,
not being able to see your kids and death of close family members or friends, they're big hits to take. I don't care how big and what you've done, they're going to hurt you a lot because you've got emotional ties. And emotion is a big part of you as an individual.
we make a lot of decisions based on emotions, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, fuckload of them. But you've outlined quite a few. So those 3 things, they're all individual. What one combined thing helps you turn them into positives. Let's turn these into positive. Let's turn this fucking bus around and drive it down a different street.
They've given me the knowledge and the experience to do things the right way, properly. Support people, because I know how bad it feels when you're on the fucking rock bottom and you think you can't take any more, then something else will happen. It's given me that understanding of what that feels like. So anyone that I come across now who feels in that place or has been there, I can relate and understand is a good word.
Yeah, and empathise with how they've done it. Yeah.
You need to be able to understand people for them to be able to accept that congruence to what you're offering them. Listen, mate, I understand what you're going through. And
yeah.
That means a lot to people, being able to understand them. I'm not there to analyse and fix all the problems with a magic wand. I'm there to listen and understand. And by them talking, it should help them to if they want to recover and they're ready to start that journey, or they might have already been through it. I think just talking in general.
Talking, yeah. Listen, you bit that's what I was trying to draw out of you, pal. Talk. The positive is saying it out loud.
Yeah.
You know, them 3 things, getting it out there, not keeping it within, verbalising it. And I think the other day when I don't know, I felt this way when I saw Gaz Davis's video, some of what he were talking about, he looked lighter on the next one.
Yeah.
Did you get what I mean?
Yeah. It's therapist talking.
Yeah. A weight had come off. So even though he were carrying more fucking kit, he looked lighter on his feet. Just his eyes, you could see behind his eyes, if you like.
Yeah.
It had released, which brings me on to this. 2 guys. What the fuck is this? Lots of people asking a lot of questions.
It's a journey. It's a call to arms, I think. It's a place for people to come or to view and to listen, to be inspired by, and to share experiences and life stories, really.
Yeah.
That people can relate to, because I think I've said it a few times. Wes's funeral was the final straw for me. There's whatever's in place right now. is not working. And if we can play,
that's the board for everybody in every sector.
There's people doing a lot of good and doing a lot of help, and there's the opposite. There's a lot of charlatans getting rich off people's misery.
Yeah.
And that, I want to pull that rug right from under the feet. Because mine and your focus with this whole thing up to now is just to help people. And I can't stress that enough. That is all this is about.
And give them a voice.
It's not about financial benefits and flash cars, big houses, because we've seen that. We've worked for people like that, and it winds me up. It really does. We're just relatable guys that know what they're talking about, that are just talking with their mates.
Yeah.
And the key word is talking.
Yeah. And it's, again, for everybody. Men, women, ex-serving fucking mechanics, anybody, police, ambulance, anything. If you've worked in an office, if you're a sport person that has been fucking injured and had your career just pulled from underneath you.
You've been in a toxic relationship even.
Yeah, you know, parents that have lost fucking kids. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
People been injured, had the life changed for the worst. Well, not the worst. That's not to say that's a bad word, but it's changed their lives completely.
Yeah, and hopefully what we can do as well is not just tell the story, but people who come on can say, well, this is my group I'm associated with. This is my way of doing with it. Maybe come and it's for you, whether it be a fucking painting club, football, fishing, anything, flower arranging, anything. Because there's always people, what I feel, they're sat at home not knowing how to connect.
There'll be something that they see, I think, fucking hell, yeah, that's me, that's me. Because by getting a whole different range of people on and talking, it'll show that there's what works for me won't work for the next guy, and vice versa. We're all different, but by having a big range, at some point there's going to be that connection, and that's how it's going to grow, in my mind.
Well, exactly. I think we're twinned in that way. There'll be something for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Have some laughs. Hopefully, some people can drag us into some good locations.
Yeah.
Especially when this remote thing calms down.
Yeah.
And we can start.
One now.
Yeah. We're getting in. Big one. Hopefully, people are on YouTube.
Yeah. We're up to 85. Come on.
85. Come on. Get it up there. Spread the word.
More.
Love. We definitely need more. Knowing what it's all about. Any other business? Anything else you want to plug? Any shout outs you want to give?
Oh, bloody hell. Shout outs. People have helped so far. The messages of encouragement.
Yeah.
I keep getting them daily from people that not normally in my circles. There's a lot of encouragement and belief in this. So I'm very, very appreciative of that, because it is daunting, because I know that this is going to go big, and we're finding our way. We've never done this before, and we're going to be put on a platform where there's a lot of people looking at us, and that carries a lot of responsibility. So any encouragement and belief and any help is much appreciated. And Freya, for all her efforts and her work, brilliant. Any sponsors, anyone that's just behind us, really. I know a lot of our battalion friends and veteran friends as fully supportive, and again their messaging saying happy with you, keep it going. Shout outs uni, my tutors at uni.
Hey, give them which uni is it, pal? Give them a shout out.
University of Central Lancashire.
Bruce.
But Preston get a lot of the credit, but we're the Burnley crew. Yeah, my tutors are unbelievable. Naomi in particular, she's taught me a lot of personal development it's skyrocketed this past year with my development thanks to her. Single mum, 2 kids, a lot of work, very good at a job. Take me out off to her. Yeah, all the single ladies, Love that tune, don't they? Put your hands up.
I've still got Shaka Khan going on. I can't have too many in my head. Who can? Shaka Khan. Right. We've been going just a minute over 2 hours now.
Have we?
Yeah.
Fuck, you know.
2 hours, bro. How's this made you feel? Because at the beginning it was very quick. You were trying to get everything out. Do you feel relaxed? Are you happy that you've done this? That you've been number Juan's story, Danny's story?
It's there were a lot of pressure, I think, because it's the first one. But I'm reflecting back now. It's good. Covered a lot of content there.
Yeah. What we've tried to do is get people, to know you. This is what this has been about, to know you. Shortly, next few weeks or so, people will get to know me.
Yeah.
And do you think it's helped you now? And would you encourage people that we're going to be approaching to be guests to come on and do the same?
Yeah, massively. Because, like I said, it's not a trumpet blowing exercise. It's an opportunity to help the wider community and do a lot of people benefit, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but be talking about the nitty gritty stuff it can be quite difficult. Don't be afraid to let your face leak. We're humans.
Well,
like when I was talking about Jordan,
yeah,
it still cuts me up now. So yeah, it is tough to talk about things that have affected you, but when you do, it's a big relief.
I'm sure there are going to be plenty of tears along the way. That's coming. It'll be good. I think it'd be healthy for people to see it, if you like. But for those that are wanting to be guests, and we've talked about this, there is a format, because I know people are asking that.
Shit butter.
Yeah. Take them through it.
So, in my crazy mind, me and you are going to be sat down. The guests are going to walk on. We'll stand up, shake, hug. I prefer hugging.
Or dancing.
If it's allowed.
Yeah.
Get some of their tunes on. So we can have a bit of a mandem at the beginning. Then we'll sit down. Right. How are you? What are you up to? Settle in. Introductions.
Yeah.
Share some funny stories. And then the main meat of it, which is the problems that they faced, what happened, how did they manage it, how did they come through it, and on the other side of that journey, where are they now, and talk about what focus they had or what they did.
Yeah, what's unique to them
to get them where they are now, future potential goals, and then anything we're going to finish by on a high. So we're ending in a happy place so they can check out and highlight or promote anything that's helped them. So any agencies, charities, people, anything that's a benefit to them or others that they want to get across. So it could be Alder Children's Hospital, for example, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Things like that. McDonald's in that place in Manchester, Children's Hospital. They do loads of good work.
Even like yourself, the university for making you feel welcome.
Yeah.
Any project that they're running. So yeah, any plug, anything like that.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, it's nothing. It is daunting, but I think in person it'll be a lot easier.
But we're getting used to this format as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
The Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher.
Don't be spitting on any kids.
Good messages. So there we are. Episode numero uno.
Task complete.
Task complete. Fist pump. Where are we? I am bursting for a wee.
I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw your neck of brew as well before we started.
Yeah. I'm water.
Water. So that's us. We'll get away. We'll make this look good for peeps. And doing.
Mandims.
Because of Shackers, because Shaka can.
Hello.
Are you waving bye? Bye, everybody.
Love you.
Love you.